Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we have an intriguing topic to delve into: the impact of AI-powered resume screening on the diversity of hired candidates. In an era where artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly integrated into our lives, it's crucial to understand how it affects something as important as the diversity of the workforce. Importance of the research topic. Before we dive into the specifics, let's talk about why this research topic is so important. Diversity in the workplace isn't just about meeting quotas. It's about fostering innovation, representing different perspectives, and creating a more inclusive environment. Real-world examples. Take Amazon's case, where their AI-driven recruitment tool was found to be biased against female applicants. This example highlights the real-world implications of AI in hiring processes. Similarly, companies like Google and Microsoft have also faced criticism for their AI systems perpetuating biases. Chapter 1 Introduction. Now, let's walk through how to draft the introduction in your research paper. In Chapter 1 Introduction, the research problem is outlined, emphasizing its significance. Additionally, the research questions, objectives, and rationale for the study are presented, setting the foundation for the rest of the research paper. Research problem. Consider a scenario where a company using AI resume screening inadvertently filters out qualified candidates from underrepresented groups, leading to reduced diversity in their workforce. Research significance. This research is significant because it sheds light on potential biases introduced by AI, impacting the fairness and diversity of hiring practices. Research questions. To what extent does AI-powered resume screening influence the diversity of hired candidates? What are the underlying factors contributing to biased outcomes in AI resume screening? What strategies can organizations adopt to mitigate bias and promote diversity in hiring? Research objectives. To analyze the correlation between AI-powered resume screening and diversity metrics in hiring outcomes. To identify the key variables and mechanisms responsible for biased candidate selection. To propose actionable recommendations for organizations to enhance diversity in their hiring processes. Research rationale. By investigating the impact of AI resume screening on diversity, this study aims to provide insights that can help organizations create fairer and more inclusive hiring practices. Chapter 2 Literature Review. Moving on to the literature review section, let's explore the suitable subtopics and theories for this research. In Chapter 2 Literature Review, the existing body of knowledge related to AI-powered resume screening and its impact on diversity in hiring is thoroughly examined. This section discusses relevant subtopics, such as AI in recruitment, bias in algorithms, and workplace diversity, while also introducing key theories and models that underpin the research. Subtopics for the literature review. The subtopics are AI in recruitment and selection, bias and fairness in AI algorithms, diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Theories and models. Theory of intersectionality. This theory emphasizes the interconnected nature of various social identities and how they can compound biases. Technology acceptance model, TAM. TAM can be applied to understand the factors influencing the adoption and effectiveness of AI in hiring. Literature gap. Identify gaps in existing research, such as a lack of studies focusing on the combined impact of AI and diversity in hiring outcomes. Chapter 3 Methodology. Let's move to the methodology chapter and discuss its components. In Chapter 3 Methodology, the research approach and strategy are outlined, including the recommended conceptual framework and research philosophy. Ethical considerations, limitations, and delimitations of the study are addressed, followed by the selection of appropriate data analysis methods. This chapter provides a comprehensive overview of how the research will be conducted and the tools and methods that will be used to gather and analyze data. Conceptual framework. Consider independent variables like AI algorithm bias, candidate skill match, and bias mitigation strategies, leading to the dependent variable, diversity of hired candidates. Research philosophy. A pragmatic research philosophy is suitable, as it combines positivist and interpretivist elements, allowing for a balanced exploration of quantitative and qualitative aspects. Research approach. An inductive approach is recommended, as it permits a bottom-up exploration of bias and diversity factors emerging from data analysis. Research strategy. A mixed method strategy is suitable, combining both quantitative analysis of hiring data and qualitative exploration through interviews. Research choice. A case study approach can be effective, focusing on a specific company's hiring process. Data analysis method. Quantitative analysis involves statistical techniques like regression analysis to determine correlations. Qualitative analysis entails thematic coding of interview responses. Ethical considerations. Ensure informed consent, data anonymization, and protect the rights of participants. For instance, avoid disclosing personal details that may reveal candidates' identities. Limitations and delimitations. Acknowledge potential limitations, such as generalizability due to the case study nature, and delimitations like focusing on a specific industry. Chapter 4 Data Analysis. Moving on to the data analysis chapter, let's see how to proceed based on the methodology recommendations. Quantitative analysis. In a quantitative approach, analyze hiring data from a specific company to identify trends. For instance, with a sample size of 500 candidates, determine the correlation between AI scores and candidate diversity metrics. Qualitative analysis. For qualitative analysis, conduct interviews with HR managers and candidates. With a sample size of 15 interviews, identify recurring themes related to bias and diversity experiences. Chapter 5 Conclusion. The conclusion chapter wraps up your research journey, summarizing key findings and their implications. In Chapter 5 Conclusion, the culmination of the research is presented by summarizing the main findings in relation to the research questions and objectives. Furthermore, the broader implications of these findings are discussed, underscoring their significance for the field and suggesting potential directions for future research. This chapter provides closure to the study while emphasizing its contribution to the existing body of knowledge. Recommendations. Lastly, the recommendations chapter offers actionable insights based on your research. Here are 3 recommendations based on the research. Regularly assess and update the AI algorithms used in the hiring process to identify and rectify bias, ensuring that they evolve in tandem with changing societal norms. Enhance algorithm training by incorporating more diverse and representative data sets, enabling the AI to make fairer and more inclusive candidate evaluations. Introduce human reviewers as a check on the AI's decisions, particularly in critical stages of the hiring process, to mitigate algorithmic biases and enhance final candidate selections. Future research. As for future research, consider exploring the long-term effects of AI-driven hiring decisions on employee performance and retention, or investigating the effectiveness of bias mitigation strategies. And there you have it. A comprehensive guide to crafting each chapter of your research paper on AI-powered resume screening's impact on diversity in hiring. For access to a preliminary version of the research topic, please follow the hyperlink provided in the description. Remember, understanding how AI affects diversity is essential for shaping fair and inclusive workplaces. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on cutting-edge research topics. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep exploring and learning.